everyone, Thordan Smash here, and today we're going to be talking about gameplay changes. We're going to relax a little bit, talk about the state of the game, why it's declining, and what Respawn actually has planned to come out next month that could majorly change it, along with some other stuff that's right around the corner as well. We're also going to give out 45 bucks. All you got to do is like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill. But without further ado, let's talk about how they're going to save Apex Legends. So Season 15 didn't really give us anything new except for the new map and the new Legend Catalyst. However, that is all going to be shortly changing. Even some of it is happening now. One of the more interesting things is they have removed voice lines from certain characters. Octane's voice lines no longer include the word brother, while Rampart says donuts instead of guys. With Gibby, where he says brother to the male cast and then sister to the female cast. This one isn't that big of a change, but it is kind of weird that after 15 season they decided to change some of the trademark verbiage for some of the characters. But regardless, the voice lines have changed and that is just the way it's going in the future. But the biggest news going out right now is the fact that skill-based matchmaking, or the way that it works, is going to be completely changed. Just the other day, professional player FaZe Snipedown went out and said that it was very difficult to play with Yasmin and other players because the lobbies were always incredibly difficult because it gears towards the top player on the team. Now, Slammy Duck did say that it will change. For the moment, it is based on the highest player in the group and it will most likely mutate to something else. This will be happening actually by mid-December or the new year, and they will communicate more in the new year about this. There's a couple things to break down about this. One, it's very nice that skill-based matchmaking is finally changing. Although they say it is mid-December to early new year, this is a Respawn timeline, so it could very well take longer than that. The second big thing is, well, it is nice that FaZe Snipedown shares the same opinion as skill-based matchmaking as the general player base, as most of us all hate it. It was annoying that he was the only one to get a response about this. Respawn themselves didn't put out any official statement about any changes, and instead we have to go hunting down a tweet to get official confirmation about things going in a correct direction for Apex Legends. It's just one of those things that would be really nice if they shared with the general player base that, hey, we know it's not very fun right now and that a lot of you are having a tough time, but we're gonna go ahead and work on it. Instead, only the pros seem to get that kind of information on a public forum. Regardless though, this is good news in some capacity, although there is more news to be shared. The other day we talked about how PvP put up a list of all the Apex Legends pros that play on controller and all the ones that play on mouse and keyboard. The ones with M are mouse and keyboard, and as you can see, there are only 2 in the top 14. And while you might be thinking, well, these are pros, it doesn't really matter that much. As we just went over, pros apparently have a lot of sway in the game balancing and changes that go on in the game, or at least they get responded to about it. And this brings up the whole aim assist debate once again, as pros this season have actually been moving over to Bangalore because a unique function of her smoke ability is that it can actually disable aim assist. And so in these highly competitive lobbies, a lot of players are just using her to kind of negate all the controller players that are in those lobbies. And John Larson did a whole breakdown about how they might make aim assist changes in the future, and that yes, it is easy for them to accidentally make it too good, and where that line is can be up for debate. And since it seems such a hot topic in the Apex Pro community, I wouldn't be surprised to see some kind of aim assist nerf come very soon, probably after the first split of ALGS, to give teams a chance to recover. I do hope they do something where console players don't have their aim assist affected at any point, unless they're playing in PC lobbies, and even then you really need that next gen update to come out for 120 frames per second before you can justify lowering their aim assist, which is actually something that I think that they're having trouble with. I don't think we've gotten the next gen update, even though it very well could be ready to go, because they just don't know how to handle the whole aim assist debacle. Regardless, it will be interesting to see how they actually approach this. Along with that, we do know of some other cool stuff coming to the game very soon. We talked about the cryo grenade not too long ago, and it was originally data mined back on August 3rd of 2021, and then it was removed just a month later in September. But with the Season 15 patch, it actually came back into the files with some more info around the grenade itself. Now, we do know that there is actually a frost grenade in the mobile version of the game, and a lot of things from mobile end up coming to the main games. And I would really hope that we see this for the Winter Express game mode that comes on December 6th, as I feel like it would be a really good way to make it a new and unique way to play it. And you know, Christmas theme, cryo grenade, it just makes a lot of sense. We're still waiting for a lot of stuff, such as the explosive lobber for the L-Star, just something that would make it a little bit more interesting with explosives going around, and also the datamined shield capacitor as a new survival item. We haven't gotten anything new, I think, since heat shields, either that or mobile respawn beacons, but it's been a long time since we've just had new survival items or things added into the game, as once again, it's been 4 seasons without a new weapon, and then this season didn't even have any buffs or nerfs. They really need to start adding in something new that we haven't seen before, because a new map just isn't enough. Let me know down below, how do you feel about skill-based matchmaking being removed from the game of Apex Legends? Have you had a problem with it, or has it really never been an issue for you? And where do you sit on the whole aim assist debate? And until next time, Legends, keep slaying the Outlands. I'll see you out there.